Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Madisonville Marine, folks. If you're looking for a deck boat to get out there and do some water skiing, if you're looking for just fun in the sun with the family, a place to relax like a pontoon boat, maybe you want a aluminum boat like a good outdoorsman should, and you want a John boat, whatever type of boat you want, they have every kind of boat you would want to imagine. Down at Madisonville Marine, check it out. Better selection than anybody else between Atlanta and Nashville. They've been in business for nearly 40 years. Madisonville Marine. All right, back with my media panel here, Jimmy, Michael, Mike, and Chuck. Last time I checked, Go Vols Extra had a poll up, Sentinel's website had a poll up that let everybody predict the season's wins, and there were more people saying 10 wins than 7 wins, all right? For the most part, I think here on the panel it was 7 or 8. A 9 was thrown in there, 8 or 9, but you've now adjusted to more of a 7 or 8. The question is, let's take 8s and 9s out of the equation. Let's make this a little tougher. John Adams, he's picking the Vols 10-2 this year, win the East. Yet you look at both of the polls that are out, there are 5 opponents on Tennessee's schedule that are ranked ahead of them. So, Tennessee closer to 10 wins, Tennessee closer to 7 wins.
Oh, to me, that's real easy.
You're very much closer to 7, because even though if you're favored in 10 games, it's going to be a very slight favorite in several of those. And when you break it down, I mean, you're going to have to do something you haven't done in a breakthrough manner. You're going to have to beat some programs you haven't beaten. So until you prove that to me, you're closer to 7 than you are to 10.
Okay.
Well, John Adams has been a homer for years. I mean, I was over at his house and he had an orange kitchen. I was really surprised at that. So, no, I'm with Chuck. I think they're closer to 7 because of injuries, because of schedule. I think there are 5 teams Tennessee probably should beat. There's 7 that are out there that are a little bit iffy, but 10 would be a remarkable season. I think 7 is more likely.
I think 10 would be incredible.
I agree. I think you're close to 7. I think, since the Nike switch, there hasn't really been anything that's made you think, okay, now this team is going to win more games. I think when Tennessee switched to Nike, people were like, oh, okay, that's worth at least another victory, which isn't the case. But now everything you're hearing coming out of camp, the only thing it's doing is making you think, okay, maybe they can't reach that 8-win plateau. I think you're closer to 7 than 10 for sure.
Mike Strange.
I'd like to be a contrarian, and I'll at least say 10 wins it's not unthinkable, but they're a lot closer to 7.
Yeah. It's not unthinkable in that if you catch all the breaks.
Yeah, if things break right, there's a lot of talent on this team, but 7. I'd gotta be on the 7 side.
I was saying 7 or 8 to begin with. So
I
now
was
that
saying
you've
8 to begin with, and I'm still hanging there, but that's closer to 7 than to 10.
Yeah, now that you're taking bodies off already, because here's the thing: once you get in the season, you're going to lose other guys.
That's right.
And it depends on, as we've said time and time again all summer, if something happens to Josh Dobbs, you don't know what you got behind him. If something happens to either Hurd or Kamara, you're looking at, well, those are 2 really good running backs. Do you have a 3rd really good running back to come up and share some of the load? So to me, I agree with you guys. I think it's closer to 7 than 10, but I do not think that is what the mood on the street is. As I said, the Go Vols Extra poll, the last time I checked, more 10s than 7s. And I think John probably ramped up the expectations in the Sentinel today as well with his explanations of how he thinks the season's going to fall. So, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I think it's crazy how people think this team is going to be at 10 wins. I think that's unrealistic for starters. I think that's an incredible season if they are able.
But we've seen bizarre things in this league. Auburn went from winless in the SEC to winning the SEC.
Missouri stepped right in and did better than anybody.
After their first year, they had a losing record, and then they win the East 2 years in a row.
14-2.
Yeah, we've seen some bizarre stuff.
But I agree that it does look, that's a bigger long shot. Here's hoping we're wrong, because if I'm going to get out here and deal on Sunday mornings with Sterling and Shazan and Bobby and Will and David, all these guys, I want them happy. So here's hoping we're wrong and they do pull off the 10. That'd be better for my life. When we come back, some interesting numbers on Josh Dobbs and the offensive line. Can Dobbs serve as masking tape for any kind of line they put in front of him? I say no. We'll show you why. Come on back.
From East Tennessee to Kentucky, no job is too small for Benedict Construction. Electrical work, heating and air installation, even carports and garages. With a reputation for excellence, rely on the custom work of Benedict Construction.